Hey, good people. I hope you can hear me. But I wanted to come in and do a car chronicles. And I have done so many car chronicles. I don't even know what number this is. This is probably 50 something. Because the last time I checked, it was like 40, whatever. So I'm just going to start it off like 50 something. Because I have a PSA. So, one thing I'm going to say is I'm going to keep it 1,000, okay? I don't want anybody else's man because I'm too busy trying to look for my own. That's a PSA. The crazy thing is that women don't make it easy, and neither do men. So I'm not going to sit here and play the blame game on men being cheaters and making their women feel uncomfortable or, insecure, whatever the case may be. But I'm too busy concentrating and praying to God that I get my own man. The thing is, it's very hard because I am a hyper independent woman. That's how my mom raised my sister and me. And it's very, very difficult when you are single, you work, you pay your own bills. And I get it, because if a man comes, he has to get in where he fits in. And then that makes him feel uncomfortable because men are used to being the breadwinners. But because we live in a society that men, they either go over to other sides, meaning races, or they can't handle a strong black woman, or they think black women are too difficult, the angry black woman, or whatever the case may be. It's better for them to get somebody that they can build to their liking or form. We call them Build-A-Bears, or whatever the case may be. But when you do get a man and you work with that man and you help him get to a level where you are comfortable with him being, it can be a little resentful. It feels like it might be emasculating to a man. And then that's when the insecurities kick in. And the insecurities are like, oh, well, I helped make you, and all this other stuff. And a man will sit up here and be like, well, I'm a man. Men are built to actually come into this world and conquer and build, and they're breadwinners. And because women have been raising their children and being independent for so long, and I'm only talking in the black culture, I don't know what goes on in the white culture because I'm not white, but it makes it to the point where it makes it difficult to live and function in the world today. Now, here I am 59. I do everything on my own. Now, there is certain things that I cannot do. I have a ladder. I have tools. If I can change a tire, I would. I cannot have men feeling like they can extort me because I'm a damsel in distress, because that's one thing I'm not. And I'm not going to, and I have a pretty good lie detector built inside, because I had a person tell me, well, the reason why it's difficult for me to do a task for you is because my wife think that me and you got something going on. Now, number one, I know that's a lie, because if that is the case, your wife would not be talking to me. Your wife would be shooting me rocks. But then again, I don't know, because I don't know what goes on in your home behind closed doors. I can only go by what goes on in my home. And so my thing to that person is like, you are like a brother, uncle. When I embrace a man who is married, I embrace that man who is married's wife. You are a couple to me. I don't see you as a man. And the thing is that if I'm going to talk to somebody, about any issues that I have, I'm going to talk to the wife. I'm not going to talk to a man. I feel that that's a man's place. And so my answer to that was that not only are you like my brother, uncle, but you are, number one, too old for me. And number two, if your spouse is uncomfortable with you doing a task for me because she feels that we are fooling around, then I am uncomfortable, because that's not how I'm built. My parents didn't raise me that way. And I've never been a side chick, unbeknownst to me. I mean, unless something I was not told through all these years. Being an other woman or another woman or a side chick is too much work. And it's too much work for somebody like me. Because it's just disrespectful. On top of that, I don't want to be in a situation where karma is going to kick my butt. Because in spite of what people think, people can sit up here and be like, oh, I don't like the term, you get them how you keep them. But that is very true. You get them how you keep them. Because if that man is going to cheat with you, and that's how you get them, then you're going to be looking behind your back at that man on what he might be doing with the next person. Because what makes you as a person so great in the whole wide world that this man comes into your life and leaves his family or leaves his woman or his kept situation and be with you? I don't know. But anyway, so my thing to the person was to say, if you feel, or if your spouse feels that I am the type of woman that would allow you to do a task for me because we're fooling around, then y'all don't know me at all. Because that turns me into a different type of person, and I care about my reputation. I'm not a hoe. I'm not another woman. I do for myself, and I don't want anybody doing anything for me. And matter of fact, the soon as somebody try to do something for me, the first thing I'm doing is going in my pocket like, here, thank you. Because I never liked anybody having anything over my head. And so I am really getting totally pissed off. I am getting frustrated because I can't express enough how important it is for people to know there are women out there that don't have time for the malarkey because they want their own man. I would never mess with anybody's husband because I want my own. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that is getting through anybody's head, but there are really women out there that don't want somebody else's man. Now, for the women out there that do want somebody else's man and feel that that's a turn on because when I seen him and he didn't have no woman, he was looking like a bum until he got with somebody cleaned him up because now he's desirable, then God bless you. It's too much work to keep up with somebody else's husband. So I have to finish my book because I started my own book. Everybody know I'm a published author. I'm a self-published author. And my book is in the other car. But it's called Missing Pieces to My Puzzle. And I wrote it like maybe 10 years ago, way before my mom had passed. And, it was one of those things where, I started to put other parts of my other book at the end called Mr. Monday to Wednesday. And so it is important for me because I'd rather be in my house with someone dedicated to me and I'm dedicated to them. Now, I can't help, and I'm sure my sister cannot help, who likes us. And we can't help who we like back. But, it just is what it is. Not every woman that's single out here is trying to be with your man. I mean, come on. when I go to church, I'm respectful. I give them the old church hug. And if the wife is there, I hug everybody together. Because we a family. And if I'm meeting a man and a man is married, the first thing I'm going to say is, okay, where's the wife? Because I want to meet the wife. I don't want the wife to even think that I'm a problem in a friendship. Because if I'm going to be your husband's friend, I'm going to be your friend. Okay? That is important. And I'm just tired of people treating me a certain kind of way because I'm a single woman. I'm getting too old for games. As long as I can remember, I've had men taken from me or boys taken from me. I've had prank calls asking me, why I'm with their man or why I was talking to their man and I didn't know, and it's so exhausting. And it's uncalled for. Now, I have a few situations right here where I don't know what people are thinking until after the situation, and I'm like, nobody said anything to me. And then something stupid falls out of their mouths like, oh, well, the reason why I gotta stop doing this for you is because my spouse thinks that, me and you got something going on. And I'm looking at you like, excuse me, can you hand me my vomit bag? Because I wouldn't even, oh my God. Seriously. So I'm just at my wit's end right now because I have a situation where I need help and my pride won't let me ask or beg anybody. And but I'm just gonna sit like I always do, and I'm gonna pray to the Lord. I just close my eyes and be like, oh God, please, and just hope that he works a miracle like he always does, because eventually it's gonna get done. I own 2 cars, I own a house, I have 2 jobs. I get out here every day and I grind. Even when I'm home, I'm just looking for stuff to do so I can keep myself busy. Nobody got time to sit here and play these games about, me texting somebody and you and your feelings, or you feeling some kind of way because your man is trying to make money or whatever the case may be. Girl, boy, whatever. Like, who are you? Come out and touch some grass. I mean, I even got a message from my sister that somebody was feeling some kind of way that I was still friends with somebody that they used to deal with on Instagram. And I didn't even realize it. Like, it wasn't even that serious for me. Like, that person friended me and I didn't know who it was until I realized that, oh, okay, it's not really that serious for me. And it's like, come on. But yet, when I was on a dating site, a person that I recognized that was seeing someone was he swiped right on me. And then when I realized who it was, and I texted him, I hit him up in the private PM like, yo, ain't you such and such? Don't you see? Then he deleted me. So I go, because I'm faithful Kimberly, I go and I tell the person, and the person uses every excuse in the book to say why it happened, like I was a liar. Come on, son. Come on. But yet I get my back kicked in for being honest. I get my back kicked in and get called all kind of names and talked all kind of ways of stuff because a person is insecure and in their feelings. When I look the other way, I have no interest and I have no skin in the game when it comes down to who likes me. Or didn't tell me they like me. I didn't know. And I got to get the short end of the stick. And so these are single women problems. Single woman problems. I want my own husband. And at this point, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married. I pray to God that he sends me my person, because that's the only thing I could do, is wait on the Lord to send him to me and hope that the angels in the sky is working to send me my own man, because I darn sure don't want nobody else's man, and I don't want nobody else's husband. I respect marriages too much. And I don't know what kind of woman these people think I am, but you got the game twisted, because that's not me. I fight very hard to keep my reputation a certain way. I'm private. I don't like when men talk about women disparagingly. And like this one guy who is a clown, every time I turn around, he's too busy blaming me on seeing the whole motorcycle world. And it's insulting, because how are you telling me, oh yeah, well you out here and you with this person, and well you with this person because you too busy with everybody else, so that's your guilt. Don't talk about my reputation and what's under my dress, because that's not who I am. And then it gets to a point where I feel that if a man has to constantly accuse you of certain things that you are totally not doing, and you're saying don't say that because you're messing with my reputation, then you don't need to be with that person. I had to cut people off behind that. Don't talk about my reputation. Don't talk under my dress. Don't talk about me like I'm some whore in the street, because I'm not. Loretta Rogers did not raise me that way. Now, you out here doing whatever, okay? I don't do that. And then, because I have friendships with men who are not married, who have been in relationships with women, the men come back and tell me everything the woman said about me, which is crass. Don't do that. If that is your private conversation, that conversation needs to stay with you. It shouldn't even get as far as past the house of what you and that woman got going on and talking about or whatever. Don't come back and say it to me, because I am going to be resentful. I'm going to say some things, may not be nice, and I don't like to be referred to as someone who I'm not, or somebody out my name, just because you and your feelings that things are not working out for you or your relationship. I'm a lucky, happy-go-lucky kind of person. If things don't go my way, I'm like, hey, que sera, sera. Look, life is too short for me to sit up here and be stressing about what the next person is doing. As long as you don't include me in that equation, I ain't got nothing for you. I am so tired. I'm tired. And if the Lord allows me to see the next several years and be in a relationship, I'll be happy. But let me tell you, I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to go through your phone. I'm not going to question, and I'm not going to spaz. I'm just going to close the door and move on. That's just how it is. Now, maybe that's the reason why God has not sent me my mate yet. Because one thing my pastor says is that you pray for something, but are you ready to give you what he's going to give you? That means you pray for the house. And I had to learn this the hard way. I prayed for a house. I got in the house. It's the hardest thing a single person could ever do, because it's not like, oh, my pipe broke, let me call maintenance. No, you got to come up with that money yourself. If you don't have a home protection or homeowner's insurance or whatever, oh, the roof is leaking. Oh, well, let me call maintenance. No, you are maintenance. Your pockets is maintenance. Okay? Oh, I want that Mercedes. I want that G-Wagon. Well, guess what? Them G-Wagons got $1,000 plus a tire. So when that tire go flat, are you going to be able to get that money up to put that damn tire on that G-Wagon? Oh, I want a BMW and the engine is blown. So don't be asking for stuff you're not ready to maintain. I need a man. Okay, well, there's things that come with that man. There's things that come with a woman, man. Okay, she farts, she cusses, she eats, she digs up her nose, she wipes her eyes. He comes home, kick off his shoes, his feet stink. There's things that come with that. You are put the toilet paper over instead of under. Don't flush the toilet, leave the toilet seat up. Are you going to be ready to deal with that? And if you're not, then I understand why the Lord hadn't sent them, because there's some things I got to work out. But until then, I'm going to be single, and I'm going to be okay with what I got going on in my house behind the closed doors. Ain't no man here with me, but when a man comes, I treat him with respect, just like I want him to treat me with respect. When he leaves, I don't care what he does outside that door being closed and the light turned off on my porch. Go about your business. But if you're going to be mine and I'm going to claim you, we got to sit down and have a discussion, child. Because this ain't what you want. You got to make sure this is what you want. Because I am a hard nut to crack. I learned from my mother, and my sister is harder than me. I'm the nice one. Do better. Women, do better. Not everybody wants your man. Not everybody wants your husband. I know I don't. Men, don't flatter yourself. It's all good. And look, I'm not the greatest looking person in the world. I'm 59 going on 60. Some say I don't look almost 60. Some say I do. Whatever. You know, I'm not everybody's flavor. I get it. But not everybody wants you, dude. I would rather go out here and break my nails off trying to change my tire than ask a man to change a tire for me that thinks I want to sleep with him, or thinks I'm trying to get in his pants, or go and tell his woman, yeah, she want me, she trying to sleep with me. Sir, you got the game twisted. But I had to get that off my chest because I'm real. I'm so spent. I'm so done. Like, are you dumb? Do you really think I want you? Or does your wife really think that, or are you lying? Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. I'm sitting in my car, just sitting here contemplating, thinking of my next move. So, but anyway, that's my car chronicles. I might be back for part 2 because I'm watching these tonight's conversations, which really has very good content. These ladies up here, Candace and Kitty, they say the most wonderful thoughts that is in my head on people just being people and getting in these relationships, and they don't know how to navigate and move, and they're just doing things that's just so unadulterated. It's just ridiculous. And some of these people say on the panel what needs to be said, or what I think. And sometimes when I think it, I don't say it because I don't want anybody to think I'm crazy. But, you know, I'm really trying to start my podcast and have some conversation with men who are open and women who are open, and we don't judge. Okay? We just want to have open conversation about some of the things that are going on in the world, and some of the things that's going on in man-woman relationships. Like, it's ridiculous. But that's the end of that. I just wanted to say I'll be back with my next chronicles. I gotta start counting again because like I said, I'm in my 50s somewhere in the car chronicle, like chronological order, and I had stopped counting after like 40 something. So I done so many. can't believe I've done that many, but yeah. I've been on here for almost 25 minutes. Ain't that something? I really had to get that off my chest. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.